Show, episode 4.
We're back.
Sorry it took us so long.
Yeah, we took some time off for
personal reasons.
Business purposes. Not really.
That contradicted itself.
Personal business. Same difference. Anyway, as Abbie promised, she's going to talk about
why I didn't have a TV growing up.
No TV.
So, it's not because my parents were like awful or something. It's because my family is German Baptist and they just don't have TVs or...
Were you?
Well, things have kind of changed since when I was growing up, but growing up we did not have a radio or internet. But like I said, some things have changed, so now it's a little different than when I was there. But yeah, that's the reason why. I mean, there's lots of details I could give you about the German Baptist, but I'm really not going to go into that. So if you're interested, you're more than welcome to Google it. You'll find out lots of things. Some of it might not be true, but, you know, that's okay.
Don't believe the Amish TV shows.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so that's why I did not have a TV growing up. So... I mean, I don't feel like I was, you know, really deprived of anything, but I think I'm pretty normal now.
And we still don't have a TV.
Yeah. So...
Yeah. Well, since Abbie doesn't want to talk about German Baptists, we're going to go to a question that was asked by a new subscriber, Alicia, which she's not new to me, but... to our channel. She asked, what's the hardest decision you ever had to make, and how did you make that decision? Awesome question. Serious time now, y'all.
Yeah. Serious.
Abbie?
Okay. My hardest decision I ever had to make was when I decided to move away from home. And it wasn't necessarily the decision to move away from home that was hard. It was the fact that I was going to be 4 hours away from my family. And I'm always been really close with my family. Family means a lot to me. And so the decision to move away, and I wasn't going to be around them anymore. I was going to have friends around and people that I knew, which helped me make the decision. But just the fact that I wasn't going to be close. And also the fact that, you know, it was really hard for my mom when I moved away because she didn't want me to go.
And Abbie's the baby.
Yeah, I'm my mama's baby, so, you know, it was hard for her, and just seeing her go through that kind of made it harder for me, too. But then I just decided if I wasn't gonna make that decision then, I'd probably never really move away, and there was nothing besides family keeping me where I was at. So I just decided, well, they're 4 hours away, I can go home on the weekends, that kind of stuff. So, and when I first moved away, I did go home a lot. I don't go home that often now, but just because I've made this my home now. But that, yeah, I would say that was my hardest decision, and I don't really know exactly like what the deciding factor was that helped me make my final decision to go ahead and go, but that's that. So I'm here now, and I've been here for almost 8 years now.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is crazy to think that it's been that long, but...
Did you do a pros and cons list or anything?
Yes, I did a pros and cons list. I talked to lots of friends that I knew that had either already moved away or were planning on moving away. I even went over and had a conversation with my grandparents. But in the end, I mean, obviously, I had to make the decision for myself. So
yeah. Well, I'm glad you did, because now we have the Allie Show.
Yeah.
Well, this is serious topic, but yeah, my hardest decision was to get a divorce. Pretty hard. Didn't want to really think about it a lot at the time. I made my decision by... I just prayed a lot every day, and finally I just mustered up the courage to talk to my ex-husband at the time. And honestly, it went a lot smoother than I thought. He was like, okay, whatever makes you happy. And for a while we fought a lot after that. But honestly, it was a much better thing to be away from each other. Now, we try to get along. Sometimes we still bicker. But for the most part, we're pretty good friends still. We still know a lot about each other, even if we don't want to know a lot about each other. So now we kind of have some set rules. Like, we don't follow each other on social media. We're both blocked from each other's Facebooks and Instagram and Snapchat and all that. But, yeah, I don't know. I'd say it's been a good choice after all. Just really hard to make, family-wise. It was pretty heartbreaking for some people, I think. And it was a huge, huge decision, but we're here now, and better off. Happy.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So, that's a good question, Alicia. Thanks for,
making us be serious
yeah,
for a minute.
It,
sometimes life is serious.
Yeah, you really have to be serious sometimes. We can't be laughing all the time, even though laughing helps us.
Yes.
Best medicine. But we were thinking back to the epic adventure question that Mike asked us in the past episode, and we actually have a pretty good story. We went to Yellow Springs last week when it was really nice. That was last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It was really nice out. We thought, what the hell? We'll just go get some nature, get some sun, exercise, all that good stuff. So we drive to Yellow Springs, go to Glen Helen. It's really muddy because, it had been raining
and the snow's melting.
Snow was melting. We didn't care. We just decided to hike all over the place, and, well, we got around this giant creek, and we were trying to figure out a way to get back, to go back to the car. And Abbie saw these people walking across the log, and they're like, oh! She said, let's do that way instead of going in the water.
Well, because the water's freezing.
It was cold. I
water.
stepped in it for about 10 seconds, got right back out. So we're trying to find a way to get to this log. And we see this giant beaver dam that looked pretty sturdy. Beavers, they do a good job.
Yeah.
Well, Abbie decided she wanted to go back. I said, nope, you picked this way, we have to do it. So as we're walking across this beaver dam, I go first. I'll do anything, like I said. And I look at Abbie and I say, if you see a beaver...
And then, maybe 30 seconds later, she hears me scream because I actually fall into the beaver dam.
She fell into the beaver dam.
And then I'm sitting there thinking, anywhere I'm going to step is going to break, and I didn't know how I was going to get out of this hole I'm in.
Oh, the beaver dam was totally above the creek that we were trying to avoid.
So I'm sitting there, and I, didn't say anything to Alex, but I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what if there's, a family of beavers down here looking at me or something? I don't know what I'm supposed to do if I see a beaver. Alex never finished telling me.
What if I just dropped it in?
Yeah, that's what I would have said to them. Hey, just drop it in.
Literally. So I end up guiding her back onto this log. And we finally make our way across.
And I was sore. Very sore.
She scraped up her leg. Then I feel like, oh, we're free. We're good. And then I slide down a hill. Do the splits.
After she gets done saying, oh, it's better over here, Abbie. And then she slides down the hill.
So we got muddy.
But it was fun, and it was an adventure. So now we have
that
a
was our
pretty
newest
epic adventure. Yes.
And for about 3 days after, we were hurting.
Yeah.
Good times. Well, anyways, we didn't really have a whole lot of material for episode 4, but that's where you guys come in, as usual.
Please comment below.
Comment, suggest things. We do have something that we can do, another suggestion from Melinda. Mindy, we are going to try to do the Whisper Challenge. If you've never heard of it, Google that too. No. Actually, it's just where, kind of like the telephone game, but people wear like noise-canceling headphones and then you whisper something to that person. I think it would be better if there's more people involved, so maybe sometime if, we have more than us as friends. Just kidding. We'll do the Whisper Challenge next.
And we'll record it and put it up.
Yeah. So, again, suggest, comment, subscribe, like, share us. If you have anything you want us to do, say. If you want to be on our show, we are now accepting guest speakers.
Yes. So let us know.
And we'll invite you over. And you can be on the Allie Show.
All right.
Until next time.